Is the Maine Coon the right breed for you? I'll help you find out. By the end of this video, you should be able to tell if you would make a great Maine Coon parent. If you're new here, my channel is all about cat breeds and cat behavior. I'm a cat owner myself, and I love to make videos about cats, so feel free to check out my channel. Let's start. Would a Maine Coon be a good choice if you have small children or planning on having one? Well, no cat likes being stalked and having its fur pulled by a toddler, so no matter what cat you get, you'll have to supervise small kids interacting with the cat. That being said, a Maine Coon is still a good choice. Even if annoyed, a Maine Coon will most likely run away from the toddler rather than biting or scratching. But you must ensure your Maine Coon has a safe space to retreat. What about older kids? If you have older kids, a Maine Coon is a perfect choice. A Maine Coon will become your kid's best friend and partner in crime. That's because they're super playful, alert, and active. What about other pets? Well, it depends. If you have another cat, you have to think about the other cat's size. If the other cat is smaller, a Maine Coon might not be a good choice, especially males, since they grow significantly larger than females. And they usually play more aggressively, so I don't recommend getting a Maine Coon in this case. Also, if the other cat is super laid back, I don't recommend getting a Maine Coon, since they're pretty active. But if the other cat is playful and isn't small, or you're getting a female Maine Coon, then go for it. And if you have another dog, a Maine Coon is a great option. These super active and big cats will make perfect playing companions for your canine friend. There's just one thing to consider. If you have a dog with a strong hunting instinct, it's best not to get any cat. You never know when your dog's instincts might kick in. And if you do, make sure to never leave your cat and dog alone. What if you're just looking for a companion? It depends on what kind of companion you want. If you just want a Netflix partner, aka a couch potato, then a Maine Coon is not the cat for you. These cats are, as I already mentioned, super playful and active. That being said, they don't like playing alone, so you'll have to take the time to play with them. And another aspect, Maine Coons are big babies for an extended period. That's because they take up to 5 years to mature. But if you don't mind spending a big chunk of your time entertaining your cat, then a Maine Coon is fantastic. These cats are not only active, but they're also affectionate and hate being alone. Maine Coons will constantly follow you around the house, and you'll never be alone. What if you're working a full-time job away from home? Well, in this case, a Maine Coon might not work for you. As I said, they hate being alone, so it depends on how many hours you're away. I would say that if you're gone most of the day, a Maine Coon is not a great option. But if you get 2 cats instead of 1, it could work. In this way, your Maine Coon will still have a companion, or better said, an accomplice. Don't be fooled by those gentle eyes. Maine Coons can still be mischievous if bored. What if you're a bit lazy? Sadly, if this is the case, a Maine Coon is not for you. Even if some people say that Maine Coons don't need much grooming, the reality is different. I've looked into this, and apparently it's easier to groom them in the first few years. But after they grow their full fur, it becomes more time-consuming as mats can form. You can also check out the comments from my 101 video about them. They're still easier to care for than a Persian, but you'll need to properly brush them several times a week. So what if you travel a lot? In this case, a Maine Coon will be good for you only if you're planning to take him with you while traveling. Maine Coons quickly learn how to walk on a leash, and you could even take them in an RV. But if you plan on traveling a lot without your cat, then a Maine Coon is not for you. What if you live in an apartment? A Maine Coon will be suited for you only if you live in a big apartment. Due to their size, but also due to their playful nature, Maine Coons need big homes. Ideally, they should also have access to a catio, as they love the outdoors. If your living situation isn't ideal for a Maine Coon, don't get one. Opt instead for a smaller breed, like a Berman. What if you're a first-time cat owner? I have mixed feelings about this one. If you've never owned a cat before and don't know much about cats, then a Maine Coon is not a great option. But if you know what you're getting yourself into, a Maine Coon could still work. Just make sure you really understand their needs and that you check all the boxes. Let's say you love having a quiet environment or have thin walls. Would a Maine Coon be suited for you? Well, yes. Maine Coons prefer to make cute chirps and trills instead of meows. That is, unless it's mealtime and their food bowl is empty. chatty, but for the most part, Maine Coons aren't loud, which should keep your neighbors happy. However, bear in mind that some of them can be pretty chatty. The next question, should you get a Maine Coon if you have a busy household? Maine Coons are super curious and playful cats, so they love having multiple people around to play with. That being said, some of them don't like strangers right away. As such, it can take some time until they get accustomed to your guests, but they will eventually, if your guests behave, of course. Should you get a Maine Coon if you're low on money? Getting a cat is a huge responsibility. It's almost like getting an eternal toddler. Cats need you to play with them, feed them, and take them to the vet. And of course, these things cost money. Also, Maine Coons are pedigreed cats, and they're pricey. Additionally, Maine Coons are prone to some health issues that can be expensive to treat. It would be much better to adopt, but this option isn't ideal either, as you'll still need to pay for food and healthcare. However, if you really want a companion, I would advise you to adopt a cat and get pet insurance. In this case, if anything were to happen to your cat, you'll only pay a small percentage of the vet bill. You can find a link in the description to the best pet insurance ever, in my opinion. What if you don't know your plans long term? Let's say you're young or want to change your lifestyle but don't know when. Well, in this case, I strongly advise you against getting a Maine Coon or any other cat. Cats become strongly attached to their owners and can live a very long time. Plus, Maine Coons require bigger spaces to be happy and a ton of attention and affection. So if you're not sure what to do with your life, please don't get a cat. Also, if you're planning to move in the future, get one only if your cat comes with you wherever you go. I heard many stories of people moving and abandoning their cats, sometimes even old cats, which just breaks my heart. Now that this is out of the way, I hope you and Maine Coon cats are a perfect match. If not, it's okay. You can keep looking and watch my videos about other breeds. If this video helped, please give it a like, because in this way, it will reach more people. And if you want to learn everything about these brilliant cats, from looks to price, make sure you don't miss my other videos about them. They're in the description, along with some amazing products for your cat. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.